Ever wonder how different the NFL would look if one trade actually went through? What if Aaron Rodgers got traded before he got the chance to shine in Green Bay? What if Antonio Brown played with Josh Allen? Or Rob Gronkowski retired as a Detroit Lion? These aren't just wild hypotheticals. These were real trade talks that almost happened. We're diving into NFL trades that were this close to reality and could have changed football forever. Aaron Rodgers for Randy Moss. Back in 2007, the Packers were all in on one thing: winning a Super Bowl before Brett Favre retired. So they considered trading a young backup quarterback named Aaron Rodgers to the Raiders for Randy Moss. Rodgers was still unproven, and Green Bay wanted immediate firepower. Moss was that guy. But here's the twist. The Raiders didn't want to include a top draft pick in the deal, so they backed out. Instead, they drafted Jamarcus Russell. Let that sink in for a second. The Raiders could have had Aaron Rodgers, but chose Jamarcus Russell. Meanwhile, Moss ended up with the Patriots, caught 23 touchdowns from Tom Brady, and nearly went 19-0 in that 2007 season. Rodgers, he stayed in Green Bay, waited his turn, and became a Super Bowl champ, 4-time MVP. Talk about a franchise-defining what if. Larry Fitzgerald to the Eagles. In 2012, it came out that Larry Fitzgerald was nearly traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a first and third round pick. Yes, the face of the Cardinals, Mr. Consistency, almost left the desert. Arizona was going through a mini rebuild and considered cashing in on Fitz's value. But before anything was finalized, the team had a moment of clarity. They offered him a 4-year, $40 million extension instead of shipping him off to Philadelphia. Now picture this. Fitzgerald, Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy all in the same offense under Andy Reid. That combo would have been deadly in the NFC. Instead, Fitz stayed loyal in Arizona for nearly 2 decades. The NFC East probably is grateful that never happened. Brandon Marshall to the Patriots. Brandon Marshall was one of the most dominant receivers of the 2010s. And in 2015, the Patriots were ready to make a move. At the time, New England still hadn't found a true replacement for Randy Moss. They were eyeing Marshall to be that guy. A big physical target for Tom Brady. Talks with the Bears got serious. Marshall even confirmed the rumors himself. But when it came back to salary demands and locker room concerns, the Patriots backed off. Said Marshall was traded to the Jets. Imagine the alternate timeline. Brady to Marshall in 2015. Possibly another reign in Foxborough, and Marshall finally getting that Super Bowl. That's a pairing we'll never get to see. Ben Roethlisberger to the Rams. In 2010, Ben Roethlisberger was in the middle of legal trouble and facing suspension. The Steelers, they were ready to move on. Pittsburgh reportedly shopped him to teams like the St. Louis Rams, asking for a top draft pick in return. Had that trade happened, the Rams would have passed on Sam Bradford and had Big Ben as their quarterback instead. And the Steelers? Who knows who they would have drafted? Or how many more Super Bowl runs they would have missed by trading Big Ben. Instead, the trade fell through. Roethlisberger served his suspension and returned to lead Pittsburgh for another decade. By the end of his career, he had 60,000 passing yards and 2 rings. Sometimes sticking with your guy works out for the better. Rob Gronkowski to the Lions. After the Patriots lost to the Eagles in 2018, Gronk was checked out. He was frustrated, he was injured, and nearly done with football. One day he got a call from the Patriots front office. They told him, "You've been traded to the Lions." Gronk responded, "I'm retired." Boom. Trade dead. Turns out the Patriots had worked out a deal to send Gronk to Detroit to team up with Matthew Stafford. But Gronk pulled the ultimate power move. No Brady, no football. They worked things out. 1 year later, he helped the Patriots win another ring. But seriously, Stafford to Gronk in Detroit? That would have been electric. Would have been fun to watch. Antonio Brown to the Bills. In 2019, the Steelers had finally had enough of the Antonio Brown drama. They agreed to trade, not with the Raiders, but first the Buffalo Bills. It was official. AB was heading to Buffalo. Then AB found out and said, nope. He refused to report. The Bills backed out. Now here's the twist. That trade was before the Bills landed Stephon Diggs. So ask yourself this. If Antonio Brown had gone with the trade, does Diggs ever get sent to Buffalo? Would we have ever seen Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs? Or would it have been Josh Allen a fully locked in AB? Turn up defenses. Guess we'll never know. Some other notable almost trades. Marshawn Lynch to the Eagles. Before Seattle got beast mode, Philly was pushing hard to land Lynch in 2010. Imagine no Beastquake and Shady McCoy getting to flourish. Tony Romo to the Broncos in 2017. Romo was set to go to Denver after Dak took over in Dallas. Instead, he chose retirement in the TV booth instead. Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins. In 2021, Miami almost landed Watson. Legal trouble shut the deal down, and he went to Cleveland. One trade can change a player's career. One trade can change a franchise. And sometimes, the trades that don't happen are the ones that shape the league forever. Which near trade blew your mind the most? Comment down. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if you're not subscribed already, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.